There were scenes that were never shown, not because the quality was bad and not because they were unnecessary. These scenes were painful. They were dangerous. They could have changed the whole story, but Disney removed them, buried them, and left us with an incomplete version, a lighter version of the truth. But today, we're opening the locked drawer and revealing 6 deleted scenes from The Lion King that you were never meant to see. Scene 1. Scar proposes to Nala, and she refuses. In an early draft of the film, Scar didn't just want power. He wanted Nala to be his new queen. Yes, little Nala, who used to run from the elephant graveyard. Scar meets her in the dark, his voice soft, his steps cold, saying, "With me, you'll be queen. Without me, you'll be nothing." Nala was terrified, not just by his face, by the idea itself. The scene was too intense, too frightening. Disney removed it. But the painful part? Nala's refusal was the real reason she ran away from the Pride Lands. Not just hunger. It was a personal threat that made her escape even more heartbreaking. Scene 2. Nala says goodbye to her mother before escaping. In the final version, Nala simply disappears. But in the deleted version, there was a simple scene that breaks your heart. Nala wakes up at night, gently touches her sleeping mother's face, looks at her, and whispers, "Forgive me. I can't live here anymore." She was crying, not just from hunger, but from fear, from loneliness, from the fact that Mufasa's voice no longer protected them. The scene was deeply emotional, but Disney removed it to avoid placing a heavy emotional burden on children. Yet those who understood the story deeply know this scene was the key to truly understanding Nala. Scene 3, an alternative ending for Scar, much darker. We all saw the ending. Scar fights Simba, falls among the hyenas, everything burned. But Disney had planned a different ending, a scary, bloody, shocking one. The hyenas attack him slowly, and he screams saying, "I was just playing. It was a joke. Help me." But no one listens. Slow motion. His eyes shift from anger to fear to silence. The scene was long and detailed, biting, screaming, and footsteps walking away. Disney got scared and said, "That's enough." So they cut the scene. But the truth? That ending showed Scar didn't die as a villain. He died as a broken soul. He betrayed everyone and was betrayed in return. Scene 4. Simba breaks down in front of Mufasa's body. We all saw Simba hugging Mufasa's body, calling his name. But in the original version, there was a full minute between the calling and the collapse. He kept whispering in a trembling voice, "Dad, get up. I'm not playing. Don't leave me." Then he started talking to himself. "Is it my fault? Is it my fault? Is it my fault?" This scene was cut, not because it wasn't emotional, but because it was too emotional. The filmmakers were afraid that the child watching would break down, and the parent watching would tear up. But the truth? This scene could have made Mufasa's death the most heartbreaking moment in Disney history. Scene 5. Flashback scene. Mufasa and Scar as cubs. Imagine if we had seen Mufasa and Scar as young cubs. Would we have felt more sympathy for Scar? This scene was part of the first draft of the script. The two were sitting beside their mother, Mufasa learning to hunt, while Scar tried to prove himself. But every time Scar spoke, the mother interrupted, "Let Mufasa explain it to you. Mufasa is the wise one. Mufasa will be king." And Scar stayed silent. But the look in his eyes was the beginning of evil. The scene was completely removed because Disney didn't want us to fear the idea that evil has a reason. But those who connect the dots know that Scar wasn't born evil. Evil grew inside him from the moment he felt he wasn't enough. Scene 6. Zazu sings a sarcastic song while imprisoned by Scar. Ah, Zazu, the bird who always spoke about duty. In a deleted scene, he sang a song full of sarcasm about Scar while locked in the cage beneath the throne. The song included a line that said, "Once a wise advisor, now a prisoner talking to wood." Scar shouts at him, "Shut up," or "I'll serve you to the hyenas." The scene was funny, but carried a heavy satire about the dictator who hates the truth. Disney felt the political message wasn't suitable and removed it. But those who saw the scene understood that Zazu was the only voice that kept speaking the truth, even from a cage. And those were 6 deleted scenes from The Lion King. Scenes you were never supposed to see, but they were real. They were written, storyboarded, and erased at the last moment. Scenes that could have made us understand Scar differently, love Simba more, worry for Nala, and see Mufasa not just as a king, but as a father who could break, who could make mistakes. Disney chose to remove those scenes, maybe for the kids, maybe for the market, or maybe because the truth was too heavy. But now that you've seen them, tell me, if these scenes had stayed in the movie, would you still see The Lion King the same way? Or would the whole story feel different in your eyes? Write your thoughts in the comments, and tell me what Disney secrets you'd like us to uncover next, because what's coming next is even bigger.